Well, folks, we're here in Montana hunting public land, and I want to talk about public land etiquette, just some real basics when you're hunting. And when we got here, we're hunting a river, and the boat ramp was full of vehicles and boat trailers. So we knew there were going to be a lot of people here. We loaded up, we had a bunch of campgrounds in mind. The very first spot we come to, guess what? Somebody's already there. Yeah, it's a big space, and it could fit more tents, but don't go drop your camp right next to another camp. So we kept motoring up the river, found a spot that nobody was there. So the point of all these etiquette things are, there are no hard and fast laws or rules. It's up to all of us to be respectful and courteous. Now, we're out here hunting, and Marcus had a place, I want to go hunt this spot. Well, some folks who are camped way up near that spot, they beat us to it. Okay, we wheel up there and they just beached their boat because they only had like a 5-minute boat ride. We had about a 20-minute boat ride. They got there before we did. And Marcus did the right thing. He said, I don't want to walk in right behind them and hunt on top of them. So we kept going up the river. So there's a lot of these things that have some general rules. And I would say the general rule is first to the location is who gets that location for the day. Don't plop down right beside them. Don't march right through their setup. Don't go sit on another knob, 200 yards away. They were there first. Give it to them. It's their place to hunt for that day. And when it comes to your camps, some people think that they can reserve a trailhead by putting a wall tent right in the middle of a busy trailhead. I've seen it many times. Well, usually you've got 6 or 8 rigs parking at that trailhead hunting from there every day. Don't think that just setting your wall tent there is some way that you can claim that entire basin. Now, the flip side of that is, again, if you see somebody camped up in a basin, don't go and plop your tent in that basin. They were there first. There's lots of country to spread around. A lot of these conflicts we see are just common sense, right? If you wouldn't want someone to do that to you, well, don't do that to them. The beauty of hunting public land is it doesn't cost any money. It's part of our American heritage of having these public lands, but we all got to use etiquette. We have to use common sense in how we do that. So, general rule, don't try to kind of claim some spot to your own. And if you do end up in this, if I'd say conflict, what we always do, if somebody comes and plops down on us, I'll usually go talk to them and say, hey, what's your plan for the day? And if it's clear that they really don't practice the kind of etiquette we're talking about, we just pack up and we move to a different spot. We hike over a few more ridges, and it's just not worth having the friction and the conflict, and it just makes you in a bad mood. So if someone else is being a jerk, just move on and go do your thing. We'd be interested in thoughts that all of you have about this kind of stuff because, like I said, there is no law on it. There is no written rule. It's not in the regulations. It's just us as a community having to be respectful. But if you got thoughts or ideas on it, we'd like to hear them. Go put them in the comments down below, and we'll see what people have to say. But be respectful, be courteous, have fun.